those three.
Tim,
I got Canelo, bro. I got Canelo. Canelo, honestly, in my opinion, has has a lot to prove, dude. He let his fans down last time out, bro. So he gonna come in with a chip on his shoulder. You can see it. You can see his energy, the way he's looking at Triple G, and I think that's gonna propel him to work even harder, get back to his craft, get back to boxing, and just come in differently in the ring, just not trying to walk guys down. And he got accustomed to that, and he got in there with the wrong guy that knew how to isolate all of that and took advantage of him and beat him
Tim,
and beat Vol.
how tough of an opponent was Zorrilla tonight for Barboza?
Oh my God, he was tough. Yes, he was tough. Fighting at home is not as easy as everybody think it is, bro. And when you're the one coming in, bro, it pushes you. I used to like being the underdog. Zorrilla was the underdog coming in the fight. He knew that he was going to be in a hostile territory, and he showed up and he fought the best he possibly could. He didn't get the win tonight. I enjoyed the fight. I thought it started heating up towards midway. I saw how dangerous he was, but there was a point where I was saying during the broadcast that I want to see if Barboza can step it up. He hurt Zorrilla several times during the fight. I want to see if he can step on the gas pedal, close the distance a bit. Not get careless. I'm not saying go out there and be reckless, but I'm just saying step it up the right way. He tried it in the end. He made a mistake by pulling back out of range, from mid-range, pulling back and got hit with the right hand. But I still like the fact that he got aggressive, bro, because when you're at this point, he's at this point in his career where he needs an opportunity to fight for the world championship. You got to convince these sanctioning bodies that you're that guy. You're willing to do whatever it takes to get there, bro. You're at that point now. He's 30 years old. He don't have a lot of time to waste. Yes, he took damage, whatever you want to call it, man. But listen, man, sometimes when you go to war, bro, when you go to war and you got to prove that you somebody, bro, you gotta take those necessary risks, bro. And I'm not saying take unnecessary punches. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about if he would have closed the gap the right way, came behind with his offense, because the volume was what helped him. The conditioning is what helped him. His physical strength is what helped him, in the back end of that fight, as Zorrilla was trying to set him up, for a big shot. And he knew it, but I love the fact that he said, you know what, I'm going to try to go for the knockout.
With that being said, do you think he's ready for Teofimo Lopez fight?
Hell yeah. I've been to said he's ready, and he's not a guy that's talked about a whole hell of a lot, and he's not a guy that a lot of people call. Say, I want to fight that guy, Barboza. But after tonight and getting hurt at the end, maybe he'll get some calls. Maybe he'll get some calls, and sometimes showing a little vulnerability is a good thing, But I saw a lot of good things in there from him tonight. I saw some ring rust, but once he shook that off, you saw the performance. You saw the activity pick up. He's used to throwing 70, 80 punches around, bro. That's a busy ass 140 pounds. That's busy.
Tim, do you think we'll finally see self-defense?
I don't know, bro. I'm hoping like everybody. We just got to remain patient, man. There's a lot to go into that. There's a lot to go into a big fight like that, bro. Both these guys, they have egos. Both these guys, they got to make sure that everything, the T's are crossed, the dots are I, the I's are dotted. You got to make sure that everything is right and you're comfortable with everything, And I'm talking about from the ring walk, who's walking first, who's walking second, hotel tickets, this. I'm talking about everything, the whole aspect of it. Where the fight's gonna be held. What's your guarantee? What's your pay-per-view numbers? What's my percentage on that? Like, it has to be perfect. It takes time. I think both these guys are trying to work it out. I think they know how much the fans want to see this fight. It's just in due time when they get it right, and they're gonna sign, seal, and deliver. They're gonna deliver. They're gonna have to.
Tim, I talked to Joel Diaz today. Actually, he kind of brought up your sparring with Terrence. What was the hardest part to adjust to with your sparring with Terrence?
Terrence was at that time, and this was a long time ago. He's a lot better fighter now than he was when I was sparring him. But at that time, it was just his timing. It was the fact that he was able to adapt And the most thing that surprised me about him is that I was a world champion, and most guys, you get in the firefight with most guys in the gym, they back down. They understand that you're a champion, and so they'll kind of back off a bit and let you beat on him. He didn't. He was like, So when my game would rise, his game would rise, and I'm like, okay, let me step it up a little bit more, and then he'll rise. And then I'm like, oh, shit, I gotta go all out now. And then he'll meet me. He just kept meeting me, man. Just kept meeting me, and I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, this kid is different, you know. And then the skills on top of that, I found out he was a right-hander instead of a southpaw, and he fought so comfortably out of the southpaw stance. So those are surprising things for me, and just that grit, determination, and his ability to make adjustments on the fly. I could see how smart. Like, I was sparring one day, and he's one way. And then I was sparring the next day, and he's a completely different fighter. And I'm like, wait, hold up. He didn't even freaking make that same mistake he made yesterday. I worked on trying to make this dude pay. Now I got to go back to the drawing board. Hey, this kid is clever. And he did it all by himself. But he didn't have a trainer there.
Oh, wow.
It was all by himself. So that's what made him special.
Tim,
Think we get more than one fight between them two?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to.